Holy crap, that's a good fish. What's going on, guys? Lawson here. So this week didn't really ever get a chance to get out in the water, very hectic, but today I am out here at new property. Got the new pond right behind me. I got my buddy Zeke with me. Here he is. You've seen him. He's been in a video or two so far. So we are out here. We are still trying to figure out what's in this pond. So we're going to fish around for a little bit and then got to do a little bit of work on the house and maybe do a little bit of work on the pond. You know, I don't plan on fishing this pond way too much because that's just a good way to hurt a tiny population of fish. But I want to fish it a few times to kind of get a gauge of what is in this pond, like what size fish, what type of fish, and just see what is going on in here. So brought a few different things. And last time we were here, I hooked a freaking donkey up in the reeds, but I was only using 15-pound mono. So brought a flipping stick today so we can see if we can pull some donks out. But we're gonna hop in the boat, grab our rods, and get fishing on this little baby pond here. We're gonna have to make some improvements on our boat ramp here. We slided over the branches of mud.
Real stable, actually. I'm excited.
That's not bad. All right, last time when I was fishing here, like I said earlier, I was flipping up in some heavy structure, so I brought a super heavy duty black and blue jig here to flip up into all this overgrown growth up in here. That's deep, dude. That's really deep. Like that dropped for like a solid 7 seconds before it hit bottom over there. It's deep along the banks, man. Like literally my jig will sink for like 4 seconds before it hits bottom. This is a 1 ounce jig. That is a big bass. That is a big bass. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I was sitting there talking about our friend Nick Perry. Sent me a photo of about an 8-pound, 10-pound bass, and I just had one eat my jig while I was dragging it. There we go. First fish on the jig.
That is a pretty fish right there.
That is a beautiful fish. What the heck? All right, first fish, just like a 1.5 pounds. That is a beautiful bass, though. Something that you guys mentioned in the video before where I talked about this pond is that I shouldn't do that much in terms of adding new fish because how healthy these fish are. And you can see how pretty that bass is. There's no parasites in him, perfect fins. Like, these are some of the most perfect bass I've ever seen. It's beautiful. Got one fish downward. See if there's any big toads in here today. That is a hope. But hopefully we can stick some big ones.
Just a little confused.
Wrong direction there on that one. Oh gosh. Zeke just got one on the frog, right? It's probably my bass. Just came up and ate it.
That would be hilarious.
Alright, so this is why we're kind of trying to catch these fish. We're trying to see what's going on. Like this one has a big old cut on him. Like that could be from a bird. I know it's not from Zeke because Zeke's using a frog. There's no way that just happened.
No
But it's interesting. Another fish about the same size one I just caught, but that one was on a top water. It's like 12 in the afternoon right now. We're catching fish on top water, but that's just how it is when ponds aren't pressured. So, beautiful. Still looking for the big one. We're trying to kind of get a survey of what's going on in here.
Good little bite.
That was literally like I didn't even make another cast yet after releasing my fish, right?
No, not at all. That was right away.
Oh gosh, I'm sitting here texting Nick about his bass and you're catching it. Oh, that's a better one, dude.
You just swallowed that.
Holy crap, that's a good fish.
Come here.
That was like a 4-pounder.
That was a good sized fish.
Yeah, it's hard to land a big fish in this little boat when it's hard to stand up. All right, well, that was a 4-pounder.
He almost jumped in the boat.
He almost did. We need to be taking surveys of these fish. So, 2 1-pounders and a 4-pounder. I'll give it to you. You got a leader touch. Maybe if we're tarpon fishing, you know, like you grabbed the leader and had him. That was a big bass. He ate that so subtly too.
I turned and looked at you, and I thought it was my pop, and I didn't even realize I had a fish.
No, he just like slurped it. I mean, that's what big fish do. They're slurpers. My thought always is like, you know, that fish you hooked right there. That was probably almost 4 pounds. And like the one I caught the other day, or the one I had come off the other day too, was probably around that size. Like there's no way those are the biggest fish in here. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
the topwater is bringing them in. Yeah, these fish are so... Oh, God. No, it's not nearly as big as I thought, but he freaking slammed it.
Another small, real pretty.
All these fish are just so pretty. I think you guys are right. A lot of the comments were saying, like, don't add too much to this pond. The fish are so healthy looking already, and I think that's very true. Like, all these fish are so pretty. Like, their colors are just perfect on them. They have no parasites, barely any imperfections. Like, that one Zeke cod is the first fish I've seen that has, like, a cut. And it wasn't even, like, a tumor. It was just a cut. To, like, eventually, once they get, like, really aggressive and used to being fed, come out here and, like, take the hooks off of frogs and just throw them out here and, like, film close-ups of the frogs being eaten. Frogs and flip. Oh, God, that was another big fish right there. Right out in the middle. That was a chump move right there. I didn't let him eat very long. That's the 101 of what you don't do when you're fishing a frog is instantly set the hook you see a blow up. You gotta let him eat. I'm curious if they're like out in the middle out here. Did you get hit right there? That's so weird. They're This is a good fish.
Goodness. That is a good fish.
It's like a 2.5, 3 pounder. Let's see if we can. Okay. All right, fish number 4, 3, 5. I don't know. I don't really know what we're on, but all of a sudden we're catching fish, and we weren't really getting any bites, and then all of a sudden it just turned on, and they're hitting like right next to the boat. It's very weird. All right, snapped a few photos of this fish. We're gonna release him. That's like a 3 pounder, probably like 2.5. These are good fish, man, and they're aggressive too. You know, we're not gonna fish this pond too much, and the water's really cold. I know it's random, but the water's super cold. We're gonna fish this pond too much over like the next few weeks because we don't want to hurt these fish, but we want to get a good gauge of what's going on here and kind of have a good idea of what we're dealing with. And it looks like there is some really healthy and some decently sized fish that we've seen 2, close to 3. Zeke's was much bigger than that. His came off next to the boat, but we're gonna keep going. I think I'm gonna put the jig down for a second and I'm gonna try throwing the bull shad just to see like if there is like mondiferous in here. So I'm really trying to see if there's a big fish in here. This is a 6-inch bull shad. I'm gonna throw this around. My rod I'm using is a little too light, honestly, but it'll be all right, I think. And we're gonna see if we can find the big one. Gosh, dude, that looks so good. Look when it comes by the boat. That is ridiculous how good that bait looked. Ooh, there's one, little one. Little one came out and ate the bull shad. This is like the small fish of the day, and he ate the 6-inch swim bait. That's so typical of bass, honestly. Literally the smallest fish of the day eats a 6-inch swim bait, of course. We had like our 5 minutes of non-stop action. Now we're in a dry spell. Like this weird metal contraption floating around isn't very nice.
Yeah, but they probably were curious at first. They're gonna touch the butt.
I think that's literally like what was going on, why they're eating so close to the boat, because these fish have never been fished on, so they're like getting so close to the boat, they're like, what the heck is going on? All right, things are slowing down. We're almost done here. I'm still throwing the bull shad. Zeke's throwing a little rooster tail. He had like a little bluegill or something jump off. It's pretty interesting to see what kind of fish are in here. It was weird where like it was just on for like 10 minutes. The bite was just non-stop, and then it's just been complete ghost town other than that, really. Man, I really thought this big swim bait was going to do a lot better than it did. I think if I was throwing it right off the bat when all those fish were going nuts, it probably would have done great. But now, like, trying to, like, scavenge a fish after, like, going through a ton of bites, it's just not working at all. Just that one little fish. One last cast here, and we'll call it, I guess.
We get a witness. You gotta see this. Yeah. Hey, I remember syrup sandwiches and crime allowances.
Piece of drywall right now. chest.
Hold on. Sorry.
I can't see.
Got a little bit of drywall on your forehead there.
That kind of hurt. Oh, the beam. Cross it. Okay. Everyone's gonna be like, Lawson has lost his mind. A+ professional work. You got too nice of boots on to be doing that.
These old shit kickers. That's a beam.
Beam. Let me out.
There we go. Oh, what was on that wall? This stuff is nasty. I just wanted to try that. That didn't.
Elbows away. All my frustration. Unsheath the sledgehammer. Zeke's a CrossFit instructor, so this is what you get when you... Yeah, you want to get that drywall meat out of there. This is some good stuff. Real succulent. Well, that's some good stuff. Pink and rich. We were never here.
Whose house is this in?
All right, done for the day. Got some good fishing in, like an hour-long session. Got some pretty worthless demolition work done here. Managed to cut my hands open punching the wall like a real baby girl. Just, that was fun, you know. Just find a house and wreck it. That'd be my advice to you guys. Just really get that anger out. Just go find a house and destroy it and maybe catch some fish while you're at it. But done for the day. I appreciate the heck of you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. We're not always going to be doing pond videos. I've just been very hectic this week working and doing stuff and didn't really have a chance to get out in the water on the boat. So it was nice to come out here and do a little bass fishing and goof around with Zeke and break my house basically. But today was fun. I appreciate you guys. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, all that great stuff. See you later.